12 and 14 years of age. Out onto the circuit they come. And it's time to go racing with Robert De Haan alongside Jacob Douglas on the front of the grid. Douglas and De Haan from Signelis and Bogdanovic, then Justin Arseno and Paolo Ferrari, Elliot Viron and Lucas Staiko, Rishan Rajimagahali and Rafael Modanese, then Fuki Tanaka and Fabio Raua, Alexander Gubenko and Lucas Mendes, Magnus Johansson and Ken Oscar Algra, from Thiago Samaniego and Tom Martens, from Maximus Meyer, Nicolas Baptiste, Thierry Bicicka Jr., Sitavilim Nantharak and Mai Sadar. 23 of them, all battling away from all four corners of the globe. This is an international competition in the European Championship paddock, but they have come from North and South America, from Africa, from Asia, from Australasia, from the Middle East, and from all four corners of Europe. It is an absolutely incredible paddock, and this is effectively a blueprint for what could end up becoming one of the most incredible sights in the world of motorsport. Felipe Massa himself has talked about the possibility of bringing karting to the Olympics, and those of you who were watching the motorsport websites last night will have seen the announcement to the world's press about the upcoming FIA Motorsport Games that are taking place and launching in Rome on the first weekend of November later this year. That's going to be incredible, and karting will be a part of that event. So obviously classes like this are going to be a really exciting blueprint for how that sort of racing should work. So Douglas, De Haan, Signelis, Bogdanovic, Arseno, Ferrari, Viron, Staiko, Rajiv Magahali and Modanese in the top 10 of the grid for this one. And we're really excited to see what is going to be the case study moving forward as they come out of the bar hairpin and ready to go racing. These guys are rolling start compared to the others who are standing, and let's see, it's a perfect start. De Haan is not going to get a great start here. He's boxed in and drops back to third position. He gets straight back on the switch back to Kaya Signelis, and he gets squeezed out as he makes the move on the Lithuanian, but he's not going to get through there. Jacob Douglas still holds the lead as they get into the braking zone for the center hairpin. Is everybody going to knit their way through the right-hander? Just about. Yes, they all get through without incident, and so Signelis has split the front row men. The Lithuanian is up at the second place and goes for the lead immediately. Signelis is through. De Haan gets through on both of them as Signelis runs wide on the exit. And De Haan takes the lead of the race up to second, trying to come through as Jacob Douglas, but Signelis hangs on to it, and now on his inside on the 514 is Lucas Bogdanovic, the Argentine, and here comes Paolo Ferrari to try and make his way through. But somehow Douglas hangs on to that fourth place spot as a big dive up the inside comes in. That is Rafael Modanese, the Peruvian, who's made up a place. But Robert De Haan hits the front, and into second position has come Kaya Signelis. Third now is the battle from the 514. That is Lucas Bogdanovic, the Argentine, and Paolo Ferrari on home soil has got up into fourth place in front of Jacob Douglas. Then it is Arseno, the Canadian, Modanese, Staiko, Viron, and Lucas Mendes, and side by side through turn one. That is brave as Rajiv Magahali goes wheel to wheel with Thomas Martens through turn one. But now the field is starting to settle into a bit of a rhythm. Bravery, courage, and pure determination in the FIA Karting Academy trophy. But Robert De Haan, the Flying Dutchman, leads the way at the moment in front of Kaya Signelis, the Lithuanian, who is having an amazing season, fresh off the back of his first international podium 2 weeks ago at Kristianstad in Sweden in the FIA OK Junior European Championship paddock. 2 weeks later, on the yellow Xspirit chassis in the FIA Academy trophy, he's having a great run. And still great battles all the way through the field. That was a nice move further back. I think that was Lucas Staiko making the move on Rafael Modanese as he gets through into seventh. Mendes gets the move on Viron at the same time. And that's a big lunge on the inside there of the 503. I think that's Viron making the move on Mendes. And a big lunge from Gubenko. The Russian gets through on the inside. Alexander Gubenko making a lovely move into the bar hairpin as he gets past Fabio Raua, the German. Now Signelis is lining up Robert De Haan. Can he make the move into the center hairpin? Not when De Haan is that ruthless up at the front. The Dutchman having an absolutely amazing season and so far has been unbeaten over the course of the season. That's the Colombian Nicolas Baptiste getting a warning flag then from the officials. Not sure what he's supposed to have done. He has made the move up to 14th past Magnus Johansson though, but I didn't see the incident that's caused the warning flag to come out. So far, so good for everybody, though, as all of them are still circulating. We're on lap 3 out of 7, 5 to go, and still Kaja Sixnelis is really hustling Robert De Haan up in front. If he can start to make an inroad into the Dutchman, then there is a chance that Robert De Haan could get beaten over the course of the season. But so far, so good. He's had 5 wins out of 5 over the course of the year. Robert De Haan, this is his 6th race of the season, and he is leading in front of Kaja Sixnelis. Then Paolo Ferrari, Lucas Badanovic, and Jacob Douglas in front of Justin Arseno, Lucas Staiko, Rafael Modanese, and the man who sets the fastest lap of the race, Elliot Viron. Is Sixnelis going to get his lunge? No, he's not going to time it just yet. But Kaja Sixnelis battling away with Robert De Haan. This is a very exciting battle between these two. So Viron sets the fastest lap, a 61.606. But Robert De Haan hangs on from Sixnelis in second position. The Lithuanians still reeling him in as they go through Schumacher, through the left-hander, and up towards Vesuvio Una. Down the paddock straight, and it'll up to be Vesuvio 2. Vesuvio 1 and 2 for those who don't speak Italian, as Kaja Sixnelis makes the move on the inside to try and get closer to De Haan. De Haan moves to cover the inside line, as up to Grifoni they come. Sixnelis isn't quite close enough to make the lunge, but he's working with Robert De Haan to get away. And they'll only have 3 laps more to battle, so Sixnelis isn't going to wait around. I think he'll go for the first opportunity he can take with Robert De Haan. They come over the line. And Sixnelis is going to go for it. Paolo Ferrari in third position is waiting in the wings if anything were to happen between the leaders. Down the long straight out of Paliuca and up towards the Ayrton Senna hairpin. Still no move from Sixnelis. He's taking his time. He doesn't have to rush this. De Haan is doing all the hard work. He's cutting through the air and pounding in the sectors up front, trying to get away. Sixnelis is just sitting on the back bumper, hoping he can stay close. He doesn't need to sweat here. He's just pushing in behind the Dutchman and letting Robert De Haan cut through the air, letting him get all of those choice moves. Through they come once again. And these drivers putting in such an incredible show. But the Xspirit chassis with the Vortex engines, the Bridgestone tyres with that M7 Aero Nassau panel developed by the OTK group on the front of the karts, the cutting edge of karting technology displayed here in the FIA Karting Academy trophy. As the drivers continue to battle away, Sixnelis is going to go for the move in the final hairpin, and he gets the place from Robert De Haan. Nicely done, as now the Lithuanian goes into the lead with 2 laps to go. Can he beat Robert De Haan? The first man to do so, if he were to achieve it. And that's got under De Haan's skin a little bit, as Canoska Algra now has a warning from the officials. Sixnelis hanging on to the inside of the hairpin this time with 2 to go. I think he's timed this one absolutely to perfection. But Robert De Haan will not want to lose a race if he can help it. He's had an incredible start to his season. And an opening win in the first race of the weekend for the Dutchman, but he's not done yet. And Kaja Sixnelis, who's having a great start in his 2019 campaign, is really coming alive. Can he hang on to this performance? Sixnelis leads, De Haan second, Ferrari third, from Douglas in 4th place in front of Justin Arseno. Lucas Badanovic has slipped to 6th place now in front of Viron, Modanese, and then Lucas Staiko is 9th from Lucas Mendes and Alexander Gubenko, then Nicolas Baptiste and Fabio Rauer from Max Meyer, Magnus Johansson and Fuki Tanaka, the Japanese. So a few drivers are going to get a really good run in this final lap. Here we go. 1 lap to go for Kaja Sixnelis. Can the Lithuanian hang on to the lead of the race in front of Robert De Haan? Paolo Ferrari still third. It's a bit of a gap back to the drivers behind. But here comes Robert De Haan in behind Kaja Sixnelis. He's not going to get the move into the Ayrton Senna hairpin. And watch out, because Paolo Ferrari has caught up to both of them. If these two have any fisticuffs of any kind, the Ferrari's going to snatch a victory on his home circuit. Kaja Sixnelis in front of Robert De Haan and Paolo Ferrari. Can the Lithuanian hang on? Robert De Haan is still hungry. He's not going to give up a chance of a victory. He might even make a lunge into the Vesuvio hairpins. He doesn't in the first. If he gets a good run off the paddock straight, he may get a chance into the second. Sixnelis will want to defend. He doesn't even have to cover the inside line there. I think De Haan may be about to suffer defeat for the first time in 2019 in the Karting Academy trophy. Into Grifoni, and Sixnelis is too far ahead. I don't think he's going to take the risk. Sixnelis has a quick look over his shoulder, but he doesn't need to. Into the final hairpin, and Kaja Sixnelis wins at Sano in his second heat of the weekend. And for the first time all year, Robert De Haan is vanquished. Paolo Ferrari in a brilliant 3rd place in front of Jacob Douglas and Justin Arseno. From Elliot Viron, who comes through in 6th place. Lucas Staiko is 7th in front of Lucas Badanovic, Lucas Mendes and Nicolas Baptiste. Well, that's a very satisfying moment for Kaja Sixnelis. He finally gets a win in the Karting Academy trophy. 2 weeks ago, his podium in Kristianstad has given him so much confidence, and now the Lithuanian is ready to go for the top spot here at Sano. He's got every chance to do it now. He celebrates on the rolling down lap. Kaja Sixnelis wins from Robert De Haan and Paolo Ferrari. Jacob Douglas and Justin Arsenault from Elliot Viron and Lucas Staiko. Lucas Padanovic and Lucas Mendez from Nicolas Baptiste. Alexander Kubenko is 11th, and Fabio Rauer, the German, finishes 12th. Then it is Rafael Modanese and Maximus Meyer from Magnus Johansson Do and Fuki Tanaka. Chidi Pechichka Jr. and Ken Oscar Algra from Thomas Martens, Rishon Rajib Magahali, Thiago Samaniego, Mai Sadar and Sitavi Lemnantharak. But what a fantastic drive from Kaja Sixnelis in the first heat of this rotation, and a very important one, as now the rest of the field know that if you work hard enough, if you try and if you calculate it to perfection, then Robert De Haan can be beaten. But the only man to have done so far this year is Kaja Sixnelis. Very good performance from the Lithuanian. So, a very exciting race there in the FIA Karting Academy trophy, and even better to see that not a single driver retired from the race at all. And in terms of the fastest lap times...